Giants season going down the drain pretty quickly. Them becoming sellers at the deadline was never going to be a surprise. And when it was announced that they were eyeballing to move basically anybody, no one was shocked. The real question was always going to be, after the trade deadline, is the future going to look better? So the Giants made 5 trades in the 24 hours leading up to the trade deadline. I'm not going to go into the inner workings and all the pieces in every single one of those. There's plenty of videos on that. But I do want to look at some of the interesting things and what we are looking for as far as the return from these trades. One thing that is interesting to me is that not all of the pieces that were advertised as movable got moved. Rafi Devers is still here. Matt Chapman is still here. Jung-Hoo Lee is still here. Of course, injuries may play a little bit of a part in some of those guys not being moved, but some of those veteran options are still here while the team continues to opt for building around the future pieces like Bryce Eldridge. Start looking at the potential impact of the guys that the Giants got in return versus what they moved, there is a common denominator here. And the fact is these guys are all very young. Anthony Molina, oldest guy on this list, I believe, is 24 years old. A lot of these other options are all still very young prospects. Of course, the give and take with this is that none of this is guaranteed. With prospects, we've seen top prospects not work out. Marcelo Meyer right here was the number 4 overall pick a couple years ago. Still very high upside. Dude's only 20 years old, but that is the risk that you take. That being said, one of the best things you can do if you're a team in this position and you're selling is you bolster your farm system. And if any of these guys, even just a few of these guys, live up to the potential that they currently are at, absolutely the Giants did bolster their farm system. Trade that sent Robbie Ray to San Diego, 2 of their top 10 prospects came back in that deal. The Luis Arias and Caleb Killian trade brought back some promising pitching, and Elliot Ramos' trade brought back a top 5 prospect from the Yankee system. With all that said, the Giants, who already had 4 players in the MLB top 100 pipeline, added a bunch of more pieces that are going to be in their own organization's top 30. So with the mission of bolstering the farm, securing the future, building around the guys like Bryce Eldridge, who they want to build around that same timeline, absolutely mission accomplished. It's going to be a while before we see the fruits of this trade deadline, but if it even comes close to living up to what it could be, the Giants did an absolutely amazing job this go around. So let's see what comes of it.